Ever had a moment in your life whereby you had goals, you set them, and you told yourself, this year I'm going to do something, and then when you try to do that something, things just happen that weirdly affect your temperature, they affect how you feel, they affect your mood, they affect how you react to everything, and then all of a sudden you stop doing it. You stop pursuing your goals, you stop pursuing your desires, you stop pursuing your dreams. And in a sense, it feels as if you gave up, but the reality is you didn't really give up, but things just didn't go the way you thought they would go. That's what happened with me. This year I had a goal to build my channel, you know, to make more videos, more quality, and not make excuses, but to talk to you guys and give you advice and share stuff with you. But throughout the year, there's been a voice in my head that's been nagging, which is like, why me? Why should I speak about these things? Why should anyone bother to listen to me? And the more I think about it, the more I think about, okay, why me? I start to realize because I've gone through the journey and I've gone through things like this, what I've gone by, whereby I've lost momentum, I've lost drive, I've lost creativity. And I reached a point, I don't think that's a breaking point, but I feel like I've reached a breaking point in my life in terms of creativity, in terms of trying to create a way forward to whereby, in life there's a time whereby you keep hitting glass walls. Like, you're trying to go this way, it's a glass wall. You're trying to go that way, it's a glass wall. You're trying to go up, it's a glass wall. You're trying to go down, it's a glass wall. And all of a sudden you start to feel boxed in and nothing is moving the way that you wanted it to move. And then all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're wondering, where has all the momentum gone? A lot of times people say when one door closes, another opens. But no one really talks about the journey between the doors and not knowing which door to open, because everything keeps on piling on you. The more I've gone through these processes, for the last month I had like 5 videos. I had planned what I was going to do, but I couldn't do it. I lost energy, I lost power, I lost strength. Anyway, I say all this, and why you should be interested in what I'm talking about is I've realized there's an answer in everything, and you have to go through something to understand it. As I've lost momentum, I've been asking myself, how do I build that momentum back? How do I start making videos? How do I become consistent? And the one thing I've learned, or the one thing that I've come to understand, is you just do it. Like Nike says, just do it, just go after it. Just make a video. And for you, it might be, I don't know, making music. Just make music, just make a beat. Just do something, just do it and create movement. All you need is to create movement, because if you remember the things about energy that we learn, all about kinetic effort and whatever, like, you have the potential, you have the energy, but you have to convert that energy and use it in order for it to create something. So anytime you're feeling low, see, I don't have the laws that these other fancy people have, that they tell you if you do this psychologically it does this. But what I do know is the best solution to doing anything to get out of a rut is just to get out of the rut. The best way to get out of darkness is just to get out of darkness. A lot of times, someone told me people don't sink because they cannot swim, but because they stay underwater so long that all of a sudden they just die, right? So this lesson applies to anything. If you're going through shame, when you go through shame, it's one of the hardest things, where it feels like dying is better. But let me tell you something, there's nothing better about giving up. There's everything better in victory and in success. And the only way you get to success is by getting up and chugging along and moving forward, even without the momentum, even if you don't feel like it, even if your body is telling you no, even when the whole situation is telling you it's impossible, you can't do it. The best way to do it is to just do it, and to do it again and do it again and do it again. But I'm losing money, do it. But my friends are walking away, do it. My life is falling apart, do it. the more you do, the better it is for you. And the hardest thing about being on a journey is sometimes you're in the middle, and that's when you lose the enthusiasm, the motivation. And here you are in the middle of the park. Like, let's say, you know, those magicians who walk on those tight ropes between streets, and in the middle, that's when they want to give up. You cannot give up there, because you cannot go back. You cannot you know what I mean? You have to keep moving forward. Otherwise, if you give up, the fall is going to be crazy, and there's not going to be anyone to catch you. So you have to keep moving forward. You have to chug along. You have to keep striving forward. That's how you make it. I'm starting to understand that, you know, life is a journey, but this journey is hard. It's a journey full of ups and downs, but sometimes it's a journey that's just stagnant. It can feel as if it's a sliding slope where you're just going down, and everything that can go wrong is going wrong. And sometimes it feels like you're going up. But then, you know, when you're going up, sometimes you want that, like, I want to have a stop to how much I'm just going up. Like, I don't want to keep going up, but I need a full stop to the uptrend that I have, right? So that I can enjoy it. But the one thing that I'm learning is, through the ups and downs of life, the one thing that you have to be conscious of is keeping your eye on the prize, because ultimately our life will end at some point. And whether we do reach the destinations that we set for ourselves, or that we think are our destinations, our only responsibility is to live, is to make sure we live through life, is to make sure that we are determined, we are driven, and we are ambitious enough to pursue the things that give us life and the things that set fire to our souls. Sometimes it's very depressing when you think about everything that can go wrong, but the truth is, stop thinking, you know, I'm not going to say be a positive thinker, but just be a person who believes that it's possible, especially if I put in the work. Because trust me, when you do put in the work, there will be a result. And sometimes the result might not be as huge as you want it to be, but the more you chug along, the better it is for you, and the better the situation is for you, the more you can strive for better, the more you move along and you achieve the little things. You know, they say you should take the little wins, and take that little win, and that little win, and that little win. All of a sudden, within a month, you've won so much. And that's how you regain momentum. That's how you regain the passion for the things that you love, and you get an understanding of, oh, if I could go through that, I can go through anything. And that's the purpose of this video. So for me, I don't want to stand up and be like, yo, I'm this guru, I figured out life. I want to go with you on this journey as I pursue my dreams, and to show you the things that I've been going through. I've been struggling. I've been fighting for a lot of things, but nothing has been moving the way that I wanted it to. I lost money. I lost friends. Sometimes I feel super lonely. But the one thing that I've learned about everything that I've gone through is I have a choice. Sit down and be down on myself, or rise up and fight, and keep fighting the good fight, keep trying, keep struggling, but keep trying. All of a sudden you start to get those things. You know, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm on a fitness journey. That's been one of the hardest things, to go to the gym every single day and not lose weight, and not see any change, and not see any developments, but to just keep pushing it and keep going and making adjustments to the process. Because sometimes all it takes is those little adjustments, and that helps massive. It helps a ton. So the massive takeaways from this lesson is, keep moving forward, especially when you feel down. Keep moving forward. Don't stop. Don't be afraid. Chug along. It will work out. Trust me. Believe me. I've been through this. I keep going through this, and the more I go through it, the more I understand that you have more strength in you than you actually believed you have. And you just have to take the things that affect you in any kind of way, and use it as motivation. And sometimes you have to be a motivator, and sometimes you have to reach a point whereby you don't even need motivation. You know, Elon Musk was asked, do you have any encouraging words for an entrepreneur? And his response was, if you need words of encouragement to be an entrepreneur, then maybe you're not one. If you need words of encouragement to pursue your dreams, maybe you do not have a dream. Because if you have that burning desire to achieve something, then you should be willing to go through the fire, through the times when your own system is telling you no. You have to have the will and the mindset to say yes. with that being said, please, if you find value in this video, subscribe, leave a comment, like, help me grow the channel, help me reach more dreamers, help me help other people fulfill their path. With that being said, it's your boy King Kevin. Peace.